Well, I'm joined in the studio by Andrew WK.
Hello.
The man who smashed onto the world stage in 2001 with his album I Get Wet, with its stunning, I think almost iconic cover art featuring Andrew's bloody face and its party anthem, Party Hard. Since then, he's continued to party and play across the world, and he's here in Sydney to play the big day out this week and a show at the Oxford Arts Factory tonight, and to continue to spread his message of party. Andrew, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear my microphone? Okay, there we go. It sounded awfully quiet, but sometimes my voice, I hear it in my head and other people don't hear it. And I've been speaking to different doctors about this. They say it's a symptom of headbanging, but actually I'm enjoying it. I'm able to have conversations with myself and I guess give myself advice and then take it. So as long as you can hear me now, though, I think we're good for the radio.
We're all good.
I have eaten a lot of burritos in my time. I like to pack them full of cheese, of course, bean, and rice. And then from there, you have a lot of choices. You can do meat, you can do veggies, you could do fish, you could do tofu, which I've done before too. The point is there's a lot of starch no matter what, because the bread from the tortilla, the bean and rice, is going to pile up. And if you add hot sauce in the mix or hot peppers, then you are really gambling. And if you mix that with headbanging, or any kind of enthusiastic slam dancing, moshing, whatever, just very energized dancing, you do run the risk of vomiting. So that would be the only limit that I would watch out for, unless you have a fetish for vomiting. Some people do like to barf. I like it when I feel sick, because then I feel better afterwards. But other than that, no, there's no too many burritos. There's no such thing as too much metal, ever.
All right. What about this? This one comes from Ryan.
Okay.
My hair is long.
Okay.
My tees are white.
Okay.
Whitewashed indeed are my jeans.
All right.
But I lack the spirit of party. Can you give me advice?
Wow. Well, I mean, it's hard for me to imagine that he lacks the spirit of party, considering he wrote in such a fantastic question, and also clearly has such highly developed fashion sense. Clearly a very well-dressed and well-looking man, if I do say so myself. But the spirit of party, it's an attitude, it's a mindset, it is a headspace, it is a choice. It's not something that you have to be born with, fortunately. This is something that you can practice. I am an example. I didn't always party. I was not born partying, despite what many people have thought. I actually had to choose to do this myself, and I choose it every day. But choosing to do it is what gives it power. That's what gives it such a meaningful part to play in our lives, because if it just came naturally, if it was just automatic, then it wouldn't take such effort, it wouldn't take such dedication. We choose and dedicate ourselves to partying, and that's all you have to do to get into the party spirit.
What was Andrew WK like before partying?
He had a very round, roly-poly face. He had 3 eyes. That one was removed, fortunately. And he was sort of a round ball of a boy who was very angry and did a lot of arson and other kinds of troublemaking around the town. And then he decided, came to a crossroads of sorts, I guess, where he was given an opportunity to change those ways. And he was lucky enough to make the right decision.
What about this one from Angel? When and where was your first party?
Let's see. Well, I have a very vague memory of my 3rd birthday party. 3 years old. My mom had made a Superman cake. It was shaped like Superman. She took the time to actually put on the icing that matched the proper colors and the proper emblem on his chest. And I invited several friends over. They were, of course, friends of my mom's, who also had kids. And we played and we ate the cake, and I think we cried a little bit, and we wore paper hats. And I got a taste for partying that young. But it took a lot more cake before I was willing to make this a lifetime choice, a profession, if you will.
All right, what if someone shows up to a party wearing a poncho? Does that immediately mean you should party with this person?
Yes.
All right, what about party theme songs? That's the answer to that one. There's no party around that one.
Right.
It's a poncho. Need you to say more?
Exactly. That's a self-answering.
Are there such a thing as party poopers?
Well, yeah. I mean, like we were talking about with the burrito. If you eat a lot of hot peppers, a lot of hot sauce, the odds are at some point you're going to become a party pooper yourself. You just hope that there's a toilet nearby, you hope that there's adequate toilet tissue, and you hope that someone doesn't have to use the bathroom immediately after you, especially a beautiful girl if you're a guy. Well, anyone that you want, that you want the respect. You just want to excrete this waste in a respectful manner, then wash your hands. That's for sure. And I noticed something. Can you confirm this? We've been to a lot of airports already on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed every time that I was the only person washing their hands after using the bathroom. Now, is this just a fluke that I happened to run into this, or is this a cultural thing?
Andrew, that's a scandalous accusation.
No, it's not. It's a question.
I don't know if we can handle that kind of...
This is a question.
We've greeted you with nothing but party, and then you come.
If anything, I think maybe you guys know something I don't, because what better way to build up your immune system than to constantly have fecal bacteria all over your hands? I think you guys might be healthier and heartier, and you don't need to wash your hands. In the U.S., everyone's got the antibacterial everywhere, and they go a little overboard on the cleansiness. I think that you guys have it figured out, but I just wanted to confirm. We'll leave that. We'll move on there. I don't want to offend anybody.
They've done that. They've done this new thing here where they've got those jet blade hand dryers that you stick your hand in.
Dyson. Yeah. Those are great.
I think that's maybe a subtle attempt to get people to find washing hands more fun.
Yeah, because it is fun.
You put your hand in a jet engine.
My guitar player, he used one of those for the first time. He said, "Hey, did you see that hand dryer they had in the bathroom?" I said, "Yeah, the Dyson." He said, "That's amazing." And then he actually went back to try it again. He didn't need to dry his hands, but it's a pleasurable sensation. I would like to have one of those at home.
Piano or guitar, which is more party?
Wow, I mean, let me just go into it. Piano, one of the larger instruments in the world, right? I mean, you can't easily throw that in the back of your car and drive around with it. A full-size piano, even if it's an upright, is still so heavy that one man can't really move it, or a woman. And it is perhaps the grandest instrument. I mean, maybe besides a pipe organ. I think a pipe organ is the largest instrument. So all those things add a lot of power and weight and coolness to it in my mind. But then here's a guitar. You can sling that thing around like it's nothing. I mean, you can throw that in your backpack and go around. It's the liberating quality. In fact, I think Moog keyboards, it looks like Moog, right? They invented this first guitar, and it was called the Liberator. Because finally, the keyboard player didn't have to stand behind this big station. He could move around like a guitar player or a singer and almost any other instrument. So I gotta say, I've never played a guitar on stage, but after this question, I'm more tempted than ever. Let's just leave it at that.
All right. Is it hard to party at the moon, or is the moon just like the Earth, but a bit smaller, but just as much party?
Party at the moon
party
or on
at
the moon?
The moon. That's what I'm saying.
Like howl at the moon,
yeah.
Bark at the moon, party at the moon. Yeah, I mean, why
I'm not questioning Victor from Redfern's spelling here. I'm just telling you that's what he said.
No, I think that's what he intended.
Celestial party, that's all he wants.
We want to worship the moon. Why direct all that energy back to the earth when you can channel it up to this powerful moon, which apparently it controls the tides, it controls our bodies, women's menstrual cycles. Can I say that?
You can say that.
Okay. So yeah, let's give praise to the moon, for crying out loud. Let's go be a bunch of lunatics, right? Get with the Luna system and have a ball. I say, yeah, party at the moon.
All right, this one is a creative process one.
Okay.
And it's a two-part question.
All right.
This one is, did you write party till you puke after you partied till you puke? That's the first part of the question.
Okay.
Second part of the question, if so, after the hangover subsided, when you thought about party till you puke, did it make you feel like partying again straight away? Because it reminded you of how much fun it was last time you partied that hard.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we mentioned this a little bit before when we were talking about burritos. Puking is the best and the worst thing. It can actually physically hurt. You can break your ribs from vomiting because the contractions, the muscular contractions, are so powerful. But the euphoria, the ecstasy, the sensation after you finish puking is one of the greatest feelings in the world. Now, I don't endorse anorexia or bulimia or any kind of eating disorders, but I do understand the high that these people could get purely from the act of puking. That being said, I wrote Party Till You Puke before I had ever vomited from alcohol consumption. It just hadn't happened. I even tried a few times, but I just passed out before I ever puked. And I also never really liked puking, so I would hold back and try not to. But there did come a day where it happened all on its own. It was just, I was actually sitting on a couch, and I just puked. I didn't feel nauseous, I didn't feel sick, my stomach didn't hurt. It just, next thing I knew, I looked down at myself. It was almost like an out-of-body experience. And my friend Paul, our sound man and tour manager, jumped up and grabbed a trash can. It was very surreal, a little bit like watching it happen from the corner of the room. And actually, after that, I felt so good. I didn't have a hangover. I felt fantastic, and I had a new appreciation for this song that I had written a long time before. On the way over here, as I often do, I sing Circle of the Tyrants, which is just very sad. Just a fantastic, fantastic group. So that's the song of today. That's today's theme song.
All right, let's go to another one. What have we got? What is your key element to a good party?
Key element? Really, just the desire to party. The will. The sheer will. I would never say you need anything, because then you're creating these automatic qualifiers, automatic restrictions, automatic limitations. If you don't have any particular thing you need other than the desire to do it, that means you can, in fact, party anywhere, anytime, any place without anything other than that will. And I think that's kind of the key to life. It's a mindset. It's a headspace. It's saying that we don't need to only party once a year on New Year's or on that big festival, on your birthday or on the weekend. We've been taught so often that you have to reserve it for these special moments. Well, you know what? Being alive is a big special moment. And if you're not dead, then you're alive every day, and then it means you can party every day. That's all it takes.
We've talked about a lot about parties in particular.
Okay.
But party is a concept, and it's what Andrew WK is about. It's bigger than just being like Friday night, let's get crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's bigger than that.
It's
Party.
way
Talk to us
beyond
about what is party for Andrew WK.
It's realizing that the gift of being on this earth, which could also be a curse, it's not clear. But since we're here, why not make the most of it? Why not enjoy it in a way that takes a lot of awareness? I mean, you got to be grateful. You got to look around you and be thankful for whatever's there, and then celebrate that. Whether it's your friends, your family, having a roof over your head, being able to eat a burrito, being able to wear a poncho, those are things to be grateful for, and anything you're grateful for is worth celebrating. And you don't have to leave it for just that one choice moment. It can be a state of mind. And I'm telling you, ever since I made the decision to party 24/7, my life has been better. I can't deny that.
On FBI 94.5, we are talking to Andrew WK. We are asking him your questions, posing him your thoughts, courtesy of the FBI vlog. Alright, we've already talked about all things from party tracks to ponchos to burritos to pianos. Let's keep hitting the hard-hitting buttons. Destroy, Build, Destroy is your new television program. Well, not so new now. This is a question relating to that.
Okay.
On Destroy, Build, Destroy,
yes.
Do you get to decide what to destroy?
I do. I'm very fortunate that the producers of the show, the directors of the show, the folks at Cartoon Network give me quite a bit of input. So blowing up a school bus was a long time dream of mine ever since I rode a school bus, and we got to do that in the first season. I mean, for anybody who hasn't seen the show, it's two teams of teenagers competing to blow things up, then building using the wreckage, and then blowing up whatever they built at the end of the show. So it truly, we recreate the circle of life here. I mean, anything you create involves destruction. You want to make a sandwich, you got to destroy the wheat to make the bread, then you slice the loaf, you're destroying that. Slice a pig up to make some ham, whatever it may be. And that's the nature of the show. And then I'm in the middle of it hosting and screaming my head off. And actually Australia is the only other country right now outside of the US that's playing the show. So you can actually see it somewhere here in Australia. Destroy, Build, Destroy. We're about to film our third season, so watch out.
Alright, well, what about this one? Someone's asked, my favourite party foods are party pies and frankfurts.
Ooh.
What's Andrew WK's favourite party food?
Now, as a party pie, I'm assuming a pie is like a meat pie?
Like a meat pie.
Okay.
It's a little tiny meat pie.
I had one for the first time.
A meat pie?
Yeah, a couple of days ago, on our travels here.
It wasn't on a plane, was it?
No. We went to this special place that's supposed to have
I waited to get quiche for 6 months, and I had it on a plate, on a plane. It was the worst.
I love quiche.
I love quiche.
Is quiche considered a pie?
It's kind of a pie.
It's
but
eggy.
it's a very frowned upon pie.
Okay, because it doesn't have meat so much.
It's not a hard man's food.
Okay, hard man.
You can't have a tough sticker and be eating a quiche.
Real men don't eat quiche.
Yeah.
I think there's some kind of that's some kind of urban standard that real men don't dance, real men don't wear plaid, and real men don't eat quiche.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, well I do all those things, so I guess I'm not a man. Yeah, but you can eat a pie. If you call it a pie, then you can eat quiche. Let's see. What was the question again?
What is your favorite party food? Theirs are party pies and frankfurts.
Well, you have nachos here, right?
Yeah.
Tortilla chips, melted cheese. That to me, I would never not want that. Is that the good way to say it? I mean, there's a lot of food that I like, but there's never been a time where if someone said, "Hey, would you want some nachos?" that I would say no. Even if I had just eaten so many nachos I was gonna puke, they could say, "Hey, would you like a plate of nachos?" Yeah, why not? It's It's the chip, it's the texture, it's the softness of the cheese, the spiciness of the pepper, and I'll take it loaded with all kinds of toppings, or I'll take it just cheese and chips.
Alright, this is another related food question.
Okay.
This one comes from Stevie. Why aren't you vegan anymore? Did you stop caring about innocent animals? Don't you realize when you eat an animal, its party has ended forever?
Yeah, now this is a fantastic question, and I've wondered this myself as well. I was vegan, I guess, from age maybe 16 to 18, maybe even 19, and I remember the night when I stopped. I went to a Thai food restaurant and I ordered swordfish, and it was this huge deal for me. I thought I was going to get sick. I mean, what's going to happen? How am I going to live with myself? And actually, it just tasted really good. And I thought, this is awesome. Wow, what was I thinking? I don't believe that that humans are on the same level as animals. I think we're actually lesser than other animals, and for that reason, we have to keep eating animals so they don't take over. And there's a lot of people out there that think humans are more highly evolved than other animals, but I think it's flipped. And I think if we respect them too much, then, I mean, just the sheer quantity of animals. There's way more bugs, there's way more birds than there ever are humans. And we've all seen Hitchcock's movie, The Birds. I don't want that scenario. So I say eat them up before they get us.
All right, well, what about this one? This is an interesting one from Ryan. Ryan wants to know, how big are your nipples?
Okay, let's see. I'm going to compare here. I have a bottle cap. Now, don't look here.
We're turning away.
This is private. I've never... Okay, they're just a bit smaller than a bottle cap to like a soda or a water or a beer. Maybe the size of a nickel or something. They're not too big and they're not too small. I have a friend whose nipples are like the size of, like, smaller than a dime.
Yeah.
They look very strange.
That's a little strange.
Yeah, it's a bit odd. I think mine are just about average size, but I don't often expose them. Don't play with my shirt off. I only have ever taken one photo of me without a shirt on. I'm laying in a bed, and actually you can buy a poster of it on my website if you want, for the ladies out there or the men that like that kind of thing. But otherwise, I keep my nipples covered and reserved for only very special occasions.
Well, I'm sure Ryan will be happy to know that.
Okay, thanks, Ryan.
All right. We don't have an Andrew WK bar in Sydney, but you have your establishment in New York.
Yes.
Santos Party House.
Exactly.
Can you describe to us what a night at the Santos Party House is like?
Well, I mean, it's unpredictable. That was a big part of the mindset when creating this place. Especially New York City, to me, is about this. Maybe the only thing that's consistent there is that it's unpredictable. Every kind of person, every kind of pursuit, every kind of idea or possibility, I feel, is represented there. And it's like humanity at its best. And we wanted to really represent that within the space of a concert hall and nightclub. So depending on what night you come, you could hear the hip-hop, disco, death metal, jazz, techno, just someone talking and rambling like I'm doing now. The point is, it's unpredictable. You can, of course, look at our schedule before you go there, and then it's not such a mystery. But otherwise, if you show up, you don't have no idea. It's just going to be a big rager. You'll be treated with kindness, you'll be treated with respect, and you can consume alcohol.
All right, you are currently on the big day out.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, who is the best actor party with at the big day out? Who gets that silver invitation to come down to the Andrew WK party trailer?
Oh gosh, I mean, there's so many people I would love to meet or to hang out with again. I would like to see Iggy Pop again. I got to meet him and hang out with him in Texas a few years ago. He's from my hometown, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Ypsilanti, Michigan, where I grew up. Who else? I really want to meet Dee Antwoord. They seem like they understand partying quite well. Rammstein, who I met the guitar player Richard, and hung out with him in New York years and years ago, so I'd love to see them again, and I understand that they throw down very hard. I mean, there's really no one on the tour that I wouldn't want to party with, actually. There's just a slight order of who's willing to do it. So it's an open invitation. Please, come party with me.
All right, let's do this one. This is a little word association for you, Andrew.
Oh, okay.
Let's just get whatever word pops into your head when we go through these ones.
Okay.
All right, first off, disco.
Bubblegum ball.
Hats.
Egg.
Pepper.
Needle-faced nose.
Cake.
Nope.
Crunk.
Yes.
Etc.
I couldn't think of anyone for that one.
I just came up. That was a lot. That was actually like
like totally blank.
Yeah. Well, I just I had a whole list of them, and then the last one actually said etc. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that one to Andrew WK. See what happens there.
Yeah, it was like a wall. Like I had all these ideas flashing around my head, and then all of a sudden it was like a brick wall just went down, and I was speechless. So I guess that's a type of association.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, Andrew,
Wow.
the last one comes from Luke, who would like to ask, can we be friends in real life? And he's given us your telephone number.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Okay. Yeah, give me that.
Here's his telephone number.
Let me see that.
You can call him later if you'd like.
Now, if I'm dialing from the U.S. or even my cell phone, which is a U.S. cell phone.
I believe you dialed that number.
And I don't need 01 or 011 or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to give him a call?
Can we do it right now?
Yeah, we'll play a track and then we'll call him.
Okay, let's try it.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Here on FBI 94.5, we're talking to Andrew WK. Look, everyone's been writing in their questions to the flog. We got the last one was from Luke. Can we be real life friends? He gave us his telephone number. We've got him on the line. Luke, you're talking to Andrew WK.
Hi, Luke.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very good, very good.
I just want to say thank you, first of all, very much for writing in at all. And second, I want to thank you for wanting to be my friend. And third, I want to say I would like to, if you would have me, consider us now to officially be friends.
That would be amazing.
I mean, this is what it's all about. We of course are on this earth together. There's an automatic sense of connection, but we are here to almost like a support group to make sure that we party as hard as possible. And if you can party and I can party and encourage that within each other, then that to me is the best kind of friendship that you could ever have.